3, their 50th win of the year. They're now 50-27 as they prepare to head out to Sioux Falls for a 3-game series over the weekend. This is our Leinenkugels post-game show, and the RedHawks win it by a final of 5-3. RedHawks manager Doug Simonic joins us live down outside his third base dugout. And Doug, first things first, Tom Boleska has just set the franchise record with his 24th save this season. And how about the way he came out and finished off Joe Spears with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball?
Yeah, I mean, he's an electric guy, you know. I mean, we've had him now all year, and he's been as advertised. He's got a real good fastball, and he drops a curveball on you, and it's paralyzing. But he deviates a little bit on his fastball. He throws a cutter. He's high energy, electric. It's coming at you. You better be ready to hit it. And, it's been something that we haven't had over the last few years, a real genuine closer. I mean, somebody that we feel real confident when we go to the ninth inning with. So it was a safety, a little bit of a safety net there for us.
Doug, Tyler Herron was awfully good tonight. He went 7 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, and Herron really seemed to turn the switch there in the second inning. What happened with Herron as he really found his game?
Well, he got that curveball going. You're not going to be able to attack St. Paul with just one pitch. Early in the game, he couldn't get his curveball quite where he wanted to get it, and then it sort of clicked on him, and he was able to pound the zone with it and use it pretty often. And that's a good weapon for him. He used the slider occasionally. He threw a changeup or two to Ole Sheldon. So he's got 4 pitches, but he sticks with his 2 main ones. And then his fastball, I keep harping on him a little bit about his fastball as far as, when you can pump it up a mile an hour or 2 to put somebody away, do it. He did that a couple times tonight, but for the most part, it was a big game for him because we needed a big game. And he's starting to step up into that role. He's been pretty, I think, 6-0 here. Mm-hmm. So he's done a pretty nice job here. And, it was a big night for us because we had already, got her thumped a couple times here the 2 previous nights. So we wanted to make sure we got back on a winning track, and he got us where we needed to get.
Offensively, Doug, it seems to me that it was sort of a microcosm of your season where you got hits from throughout the order. Carlo Cota with that big 2-run single back in the second, which gave you a 2-1 lead. Eric Campbell doubling into the right field corner in the third. And then Ryan Delgado, who hit so well here at this ballpark, hitting that solo home run to right. What about the offensive production tonight?
I mean, Carlo's starting to chip in a little bit in the 9th spot, so that's kind of big for us. A couple hits tonight, drove in a couple runs early in the game. I mean, we need him to produce or be competent down there in the bottom, and he's starting to do that. So it's kind of important for us, especially if we get some guys on. Campbell's going to be Campbell. I mean, he's up there looking for things to really get on, and when he gets on a few, they go. So he's been very solid in that 4th hole, and, we got Delgado's real dangerous because he's always swinging for it. So you make a mistake, he'll hit it to right center here, and that's the only place that would go out tonight, and he found one to go over, and the 5th run was big. So real good team effort. I mean, everybody played a good game. I thought we played good defense, and, everything was crisp and back to the way we've been playing.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Doug, and best of luck on the road trip starting tomorrow in Sioux Falls.
All right, Scotty.
Doug Simonic with us on our Leinenkugels post-game show. The RedHawks are now 50-27, and now we can talk with a guy who is the RedHawks franchise leader in saves in a season, Tom Boleska, with his 24th save tonight. And Tom, saw you last Sunday night at the RedHawks picnic, and I know you said at that point, hey, let's not talk about it now. Let's wait until you get number 24. How does it feel to set the new franchise record?
Well, it's always a nice thing to do that. It shows how good the team is this year, always putting us in position to win.
Absolutely. The 9th inning just seemed like another page out of your book, Tom. You're so amazingly consistent. What has enabled you to throw so many strikes early in counts to hitters? That seems to be a key for you.
Well, it's a key for any pitcher. You always want to get ahead, and I guess you got good control this year.
Yeah, it's been outstanding. And you struck out Willie Cabrera, and then you got Joe Spears for the final out with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Were you reaching back for a little something extra there, Tom?
I was trying to throw that one 100, came up a little short, but 95 worked right there.
It sure did. How sweet was this? St. Paul has really had the RedHawks number for whatever reason this season, and how important was it for the RedHawks to come out here and salvage this finale of the 3-game series?
I mean, they've played us tough all year, so taking the last one from them definitely puts good taste in our mouth. If we do happen to see them in the playoffs, we ended the year on a good note.
What do you think about the upcoming schedule now, Tom? You got 3 games in Sioux Falls starting tomorrow night, and then back here for a big 7-game homestand, beginning with 4 against Winnipeg. So the next 7 games are big games against North Division opponents.
I mean, for all the games from here on out are pretty tough. Seeing Sioux Falls and Winnipeg coming up on the schedule gets us a little more going, rather than seeing Laredo come up here in a bit and Rockland come over from the Can-Am League.
Well, it's just a pleasure to watch you pitch. Congratulations on setting the franchise record, Tom, and best of luck over the weekend.
Thank you.
You bet. Tom Boleska with us on our Lon and Kugel's post-game show. This is a record that has stood since 2000. George Schmidt saved 23 games for the RedHawks in 2000.